Welcome back to another Jurassic Thoughts episode. Our last one before the holidays really kick into full swing. Before we get into Raptors, Dan, how's it going, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad. Pretty solid weekend. We spent Friday together, so that was fun.
Yeah. The inaugural White Elephant Secret Santa I thought went pretty well. I definitely thought creativity-wise, your gift took the cake.
Thank you.
The fact we got a letter from Benoit Blanc attached to your little bundle of goodies was very creative. So I definitely, in terms of like enjoyment factor, just like watching, that was by far and away the highlight of the night.
Well, it means a lot. I'm flattered. I thought everyone was pretty creative for the most part. You know, you're never gonna get the gift you want, but as long as you're happy and it has an element of practicality,
Yeah,
you can at least use it.
no,
that's
they were pretty good, but like I couldn't believe like when I saw you had a note, I couldn't believe I didn't write one too, because like that stuff's up my alley as well. So next year that will have to change, and I literally already have ideas for like how I might write mine next year to really, because you got the juices flowing when I was hearing from Benoit and like Josh Hart and Killian in the letter too, and yeah, no, it was
Well,
it was
I
really
figured
good.
it was a last minute decision. Actually, I wasn't originally planning on doing it, and then I was like, "What can I do to spruce this up even more?" And Benoit came to mind, so here we are.
Did you do anything this Saturday night?
Yeah, yeah. One of our buddies just came back from China, a long hiatus there
Oh,
for
nice.
about a year and a half. So he only got about a week with him. Wanted to take him out. So
Where'd you end up going?
Went to Fallsview, down in
Oh,
Niagara.
nice.
Yeah. So
Would you get an
we had
Airbnb or something?
yeah, a little B&B. We had a great time. It got a little hectic. Probably not going to get my security deposit back, but
Oh,
we had a good time. So that's all we're going to
you
remember
should
it
you should
as.
say like you're gonna withhold giving him a good review unless he like gives one
I
for you or something.
I've kind of been alluding to that with him, but this guy's seems pretty empty in the mind. So I don't know if he even understands what I'm trying to say. But I have 10 days to hold out until he places his, and then we can figure out if he's going to file a claim or whatnot. But
Yeah, definitely not the holiday spirit from that guy if he can't just do
look
some
the other
goodwill
way.
here. Yeah.
It's only a couple
Yeah.
broken windows.
Um, yeah, Saturday I went out with my Laurier buddies. Is supposed to start off at Two Cats and then transition maybe somewhere else. But we honestly stayed the whole time at Two Cats because we got like, the little booths on the side.
I did.
Those were actually open, so we got to like sit there for a bit, so that was good. Just an outrageous purchase by, not a like crazy purchase, but you know how they have the cheap deals to like 11.
Yeah.
So it's like 10.52, and like since it's $4 for a beer, so like everyone's just buying each other's shit. It's not really like it's just sort of easy. Like whoever goes up just gets some.
Sure.
Dude, I go up and in my head I'm like, fuck, like I owe people drinks. Like I gotta like get it in before the
Before
deal
11.
closes.
Yeah.
I get 6 Ronas and I'm walking back with them like interlocked throughout my fingers and
Yeah.
stuff. Oh my god! I show up to the booth and the guy before me had just gotten 4 as well. So there's only a little table like in the booth and just littered with a graveyard of just Ronas everywhere, man. It got to the point too where since the beers were so cheap, we didn't really give a fuck if we ruined them by like hitting them on each other to like
Make the foam come up. Yeah,
dude. So we're doing that like for like hours that night. Eric
Just
is like
fucking mess of
yes,
Rona on the floor.
and dude, like, so everyone's like has to be pretty aware because like someone will come and do it. But it's when the Bears game was going on too, and like that game was crazy. So Eric is like intently watching like a big Caleb Williams like drive or something, and I do it to his, and he's like way too late.
But he still
to like
doesn't
get
realize
it.
because he's so engaged.
No, so as soon as I hit it, everyone's like Eric, and then way too late. So yeah, but it was a really fun it was a really fun night, and that Bears game was crazy. So
that was a hell of a game. Maybe the game of the year. Could be.
yeah. Yeah, and it was fun watching, good sports there, considering we then had to transition to our Raptors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy, it things are tough right now, man. I guess we'll get into it now. Start off with the good things. First game of the stretch in Milwaukee. Raps win 111 to 105. Scotty had 24, 11, 2, 2, and 2, and 10 of 14 from the field. So very strong Scotty game. Bi 29 and 8 on 9 of 18. Ever since that Charlotte shit show with Bi when he put up like 7 or whatever and he didn't score in the second half, he's been on a tear. So that's been really good to see. Quick had 9 and 10. He didn't shoot the ball well, and this sort of was a precursor of the shooting woes Quickly had this week. Wow, that's been rough. Mamu in his spot start for Yak, 18-7, 8 of 12. Dude,
Fantastic.
Mamu, we're gonna get into him more because he's been on fire this week, but just great from him. And then Shed had 8 and 11 off the bench. Where do you want to start off in the Bucks game?
I mean, definitely not a convincing win, or as much as we would hope to be against a team without Giannis. But honestly, like, our dogs played well. So, other than IQ, which maybe I take back the apology now, or do I wait until the end of the next
I'm not
game to
defending.
do
Yeah,
that?
dude, I'm not defending that guy today. But yeah, it's been rough.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, I mean, it's good to know that when at least two of our dogs are on, it's a high likelihood that we're going to win the game. This was probably Scotty's best game of the weekend. Actually, it's
It
certainly his
100%
best game of the
was.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And funny kind of side note here, and we've known he was talented come against the league. Obviously, he's had off court and some on court issues too. But like, KPJ is actually a very talented player.
No, it's never been his issue.
I'm
Never
just
been his
wondering,
issue.
like, when, because he always finds himself on these like mediocre teams that either have like a disgruntled superstar and then he can take the reins and take like 20 shots a game. Like, he's never really on a good team, and obviously good teams probably don't want to seek him, knowing that he's probably a culture damager.
Yeah.
But like,
Well, it didn't stop Milwaukee or the Clippers, or because he started in Cleveland,
Milwaukee was
right?
desperate, so they needed something.
Did he start in Cleveland? Yeah.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
30th overall pick, yeah.
Yeah.
But
No,
it's just funny
his
to me.
game is strong. His game's strong for sure.
Is he a winning player? Like, could he ever be a winning player? Like, he's so much talent. He kind of reminds me of Russ a little bit, just because, like, great, very talented,
Athletic.
like, definitely a skill, but
Yeah.
is
I don't
it
know. He was the
trans-
backup point guard for the Clippers teams, and then obviously traded to the Bucks last year at the deadline. I don't know, like, if they had Giannis and Kuzma going, like, because he got hurt the first game of the year because I have him in fantasy. So I don't think he's shared the floor with Giannis much at all. But him, Kuzma, Turner, Giannis, AJ Green, like, that's not nothing
Well,
for
Rollins
sure.
has been playing pretty well, too.
And Rollins too, but I assume he'd come off the bench if KPJ was playing.
Yeah,
but-
I'd like to see him and Rollins.
I think he did this
instead of
game,
AJ.
so.
He did, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some things I sort of saw. I thought the shot making was awesome in the first quarter. Believe we put up 31, so we definitely got off to a hot start on the road, which was great. I thought Jacoby had like butterfingers a lot of this game, sort of just turning the ball over a lot. I don't know how many he had, but maybe it's just like early on in the game I noticed it was a couple times in a row. He created some turnovers too, so like the give and take, but I wish he would have been a little stronger with the ball. Scotty had an awesome block on Turner in the first quarter, I believe. Turner's like in front of him trying to like go up and dunk it, and Scotty right from behind blocks it. And I just love when Scotty can do that against bigger guys because he has the wingspan to do it, and when he gets it done, it's just an awesome play. I thought Ochai had a very nice half too.
Yeah, he did.
He put up 10 in the first. He finished with 10. So it's like the MJ thing from The Last Dance when he's talking about, I think it was the center Cartwright, and Cartwright had like a huge first quarter, and MJ goes like, at the end of the first, he had 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks, something. And
Yeah,
MJ's
game.
like, fuck yeah, like, that's how you play, we win. And then he goes, at the end of the game, he had 8 points,
Yeah.
4 rebounds, 2 blocks. So, like, Yeah, strong Ochai first half. It obviously didn't really translate going on, but he hit a couple threes, a couple nice layups. Um, and yeah, no free throws in the first half. So that's
Yeah.
something that happened. We actually ended up shooting more because the refs, I guess, were like, "Fuck, we didn't give them any," and then they overloaded the second half. Finished the game with 21. The Bucks had 16, but whenever you go a half without free throws, that's pretty unacceptable for both the refs and the team, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we actually shot pretty poorly too, so maybe
Yeah.
could have gone without some of them. But yeah, no, as you mentioned, I think the role players, like, we definitely had some good minutes. Like, Mamu obviously filling in for Jakob, fantastic, like, phenomenal. He's been such a bright
Just the
spot
start
for
of
us this
his
year.
week, man. Like, we're gonna keep
Oh,
going,
yeah.
but like he's been
Yeah.
awesome in his starting stuff.
And I feel like once we actually get another 7-footer, his performance is only going to enhance too, because he's not then carrying all this responsibility of like rim protecting and playing in unnatural.
I don't think
positions
he's
for himself.
doing that.
Well,
Like, I
he's
don't
not.
really
He's not
think.
blocking shots, but he
Yeah.
obviously has to have more of a defensive mindset, knowing he's the last layer of defense in the paint.
I'd argue
he is
that, like,
changing his defense defensively,
yeah,
how he would play a little bit.
I'd argue that they do CMB more as like the last line when they share the court.
Yeah, when
If it's
CMB's
just
not on, though.
Mamu, then yeah, for sure. But yeah, like honestly, I feel like if Mamu's on with Scotty, they even prefer like Scotty as the last line, you know, because
Yeah.
Mamu's just that's not a part of his game defensively to do that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Last sort of note I thought Bi started super aggressive the second half, with just really strong drives to the rim. We actually had 44-28 advantage in points in the paint this game. So I really think that was an emphasis, which is kind of surprising with Turner. I believe Turner got in foul trouble a bit too, so maybe that was sort of the plan too, to keep attacking him. Bi doesn't do like a hard drive. He might do it once or twice a game, but I love when he does it, dude, because it's just straight up. He hangs there and tries to like finish through the contact. He gets like no whistle. We've talked about that throughout the season. But yeah, I thought I was impressed with how he started the half. Because yeah, the final score was only a 6-point game, right? So it was not a cakewalk. We had to keep playing through it. Overall, I'll just finish up the stats and then you can keep going. We shot 50% from the field. The Bucks shot 45. We were 37% from three. The Bucks shot at well 41, and then like I said, we had 21 free throws to their 16. The other notable stat, we had a 19-4 fast break advantage over the Bucks too. So that's been a part of our game for the whole season, and it worked out this game. The next two we'll talk about, it did not, but we definitely got into the stuff we wanted to do against a Giannis-less Bucks. That we really had no excuse if we came up short this time. But we're going to talk about games when we still had no excuse to lose, and we did. So it is what it is. But and yeah, any other sort of takeaways or anything you had from this game?
It's funny because the CMB minutes, there's always at least a couple times in the game when he's in that I'm like, wow, I really like that. Like that's something he could really build on.
The
And then
rookie
he-
experience.
Of course, and then he makes so
Yeah.
many mental mistakes and just out of position sometimes. So you're grappling with like two different things. And if you actually look at his numbers, like underwhelming in terms of production, like per averages, but his splits are fantastic. Like
Yeah.
he's shooting almost 60% from the field. I think he's shooting over 4. And I want him to start shooting more, but obviously.
So I was
as
about
we're
to say
continuing
that's
now-
because he doesn't
gets into foul
look at the
trouble,
rim
too.
much. Well, yeah, but
yeah,
he doesn't
that,
look at
but-
the rim much, and when he does, it's like an open layup on a play that Scotty created, like the whole thing, you know?
Yeah, but he
yeah.
still
But I get what
shoots
you're
threes, though.
saying. Yeah, yeah,
So like I'd like to see him take more of an offensive, demanding approach, but obviously it's hard with this many guys on our roster that can actually play.
What you said about his mental mistakes, I definitely agree with. I don't know if it was this game, but Shed and him were like yelling at each other when they fucked up a defensive like guarding scheme.
Yeah.
I feel like I noticed that a lot with CMB. The other guys are expecting him to do something else, and then it's just a wide open cut to the rim, and then they're like yelling at him and shit. It's all part of it. I've definitely you can so see the vision of what the best version of him could be. Just this tank of a defender, well, albeit undersized but very strong, who can space the floor. Like if he can grow into that, like, you know, Aaron Gordon-ish with like less athleticism, that'd obviously be a hell of a player. But yeah, I totally agree with you that there have been lows with him as well throughout the start of the season, that's definitely expected for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's hard too for a rookie to come in. The Raptors, although like obviously brand new team for the past this year, but especially last year, brought in a ton of new guys. But we are a system culture kind of based team, so for him to come in under like Darko's leadership, it's for any rookie. I think it's going to be difficult to immediately kind of seamlessly fit. I think that just comes with years of experience in the league, and then to fit the mold that we're looking for, it's just growing pains.
What do you mean system culture team? Like, what do you mean?
Well, we're not like a team like Milwaukee is obviously Giannis led for the past like decade, but they've never really had like a real culture, I would say.
So
And
why do you
for
think
us-
we do right now?
Well, I just think that Masai bred a culture, although he's not here right now. I think teams still look at us, or personnel in the league look at us as still a team that has a particular sort of taste for players. It's like the Spurs. Like,
Oh, I
there's
agree
certain
with
guys-
that. Yeah.
There's certain
Yeah.
guys that the Spurs would go after, and then there's other superstars that they probably wouldn't go after because then it's not a culture fit. And I think that's what they're probably grappling with this Giannis thing, although it could be also the assets they want to give up. But not that Giannis is like a locker room cancer or anything like that. It just the Spurs have a very particular way of going about things, and you don't really
Mhm.
see them make any like super massive trades like the Clippers did, where they just sacrificed their entire future for one guy. So, yeah. I mean that's kind of what I'm getting after. But
I don't like I definitely see your point with the type of player Masai likes. Like the whole thing was like wings who are long that can't shoot. That was like we got if there was one available, we were getting him. Like when Masai was here, especially in his like last 4 or 5 years that didn't go so well. In terms of your culture point for this specific iteration, I don't know if I agree. Especially because we're about to transition to the Celtics game, and that fucking team can plug and play all these journeyman guys, and it doesn't matter. They're gonna do what the team's identity is, and if they don't, they won't play. But we're gonna talk about. I mean, that was just a disgrace, and like we're getting outworked by all the bench players on the Celtics, which was just embarrassing. So I don't know if I'm completely on board with you with like we have this strong identity or culture right now.
not a strong identity, but I think we don't in the past like since Masai inherited the team, I don't think we've had a guy that you can point to and be like, that's an outspoken individual who is clearly made like a lot of drama in the media and stuff like that. Like we don't really go after kind of guys like that. There's not a lot of them,
I was about to say, yeah. How many of those
But-
guys are there? But
Well, guys or unserious players rather. Like there's an expectation. You come in, you have a job to do, and then you fulfill it. Whether you do it, you execute
I
it or
can't.
you don't.
Well, I can't wait till we get LaMelo, and then you'll have to change your tune.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like an unserious player like LaMelo. There's guys like that around the league. You know what I mean?
For
that are
sure.
just kind of floating around bag to bag. Like J.R. Smith towards the end of his career, not really a serious player.
Yeah.
Or ever maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to say. And really quick too, I know we flirted with the idea last pod, but any more sort of budging on Shed starting over IQ? Or in my head, I'm just thinking if we do make a trade and it's a bigger one, I want IQ to go first, and I think he's the next best fit to kind of plug and play with whoever we end up getting. So
It's not so much me budging on that because I don't think Shed has enough offensive chops to like make that a good idea, even with IQ being putrid this week. But I will say I'm more fucking open to moving him because I've always been like probably RJ more. But wow, this week has been. Do you have anything? Because this is a good transition. Do you have anything else on the Bucks game or?
no, I mean Bobby Portis cooked.
Yeah, no, but I mean, yeah, Bobby was good, but
That's about it.
okay, let's move on to. So that was me and Dan talking positively about the team, and that there won't be much more of that this pod. So yeah, then we go December 20th versus the Celtics, again on our home floor, and we just get destroyed in the fourth quarter. We lose 112-96. Boston's going to go 2-0 on our home floor again this fucking year, so that really sucks. I'll read some stats. The worst quick game I've ever fucking seen. It was. I can't come up with enough adjectives to say how fucking bad this was. He had 3 points on 1 of 12 shooting. He was just the biggest non-factor there is. He obviously, if he's not scoring, he's not making up any value on the defensive end either. So it was just such a, like, the game was in the balance. Like, at some points, it was like there was a ton of lead changes. Like, it was we had the lead at half. You know, if we had got anything from him, could have been a different result. Scotty didn't play well either. I'm not excusing him. But this quickly game was just, it was the fans that come out every time he plays bad and says 32.5 for this fucking bum. They had a field day this game because it was horrible.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, yeah, like we know what Boston's game plan is going to be. Live and die by the 3. They shot 39 in this game.
We had more.
Shot more. I know.
Yep, and we made more.
We made more too. Yeah, which is interesting. Yeah, that's not the reason why we lost, but obviously there's things you can do to counter that, and I feel like we didn't do that. But yeah, offensively, if your point guard's going to go 1 for 12 and drop 3 points, chances are you're probably going to lose the game. So
yeah, I'll go through more stat lines. Bi, another strong game, 24-7 on 10 of 17 shooting. Scotty, 12, 9, and 6, shot the ball poorly, 5 of 15. Mamu was fucking awesome, dude. 24 on 9 of 13. Peyton Pritchard fucking cooked the shit out of us. He had 33, 7, and 10. The fact that guy got 7 boards, I just don't know how that happens. Speaking of that, Keita was 7 of 7 from the field for 14 points. And both Hugo Gonzalez and Luke fucking Garza doubled off the bench. So that was the stuff that, like you said, we outshot. We made more threes and shot more threes than them on a better percentage. This game was more about these fucking shitty bigs coming off Boston just dominating. And it's just disgusting. And I get Jakob wasn't playing. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? Jakob's been playing this year, and he's done nothing even when he's on the court. So yeah, he's a big body, but he played Keita last time, and Keita dominated him. So it's just inexcusable, and it like, for Luka Garza to be sort of I won't say dominating, but a strong game, like both 2 double-doubles off the bench. It's really pathetic. Boston had a 61-48 rebounds, including advantage over us, including a 17-9 advantage on offensive boards. They had a 54-32 advantage in points in the paint, and they were 19-8 advantage of points off turnovers. So they made us pay when we turned it over. They went into the paint at will. Peyton Pritchard, when he got into the paint, dude, and did his little step back, automatic. Oh my God, that was like just a layup for him. But yeah, man, I talked about last spot, just like, have some fucking pride. This is the Celtics again at home. Jack Armstrong was saying the same thing. Like, come on, here we go. Like, this is the Celtics. Like, if you're not getting up for this, like, what the fuck are we doing? And it was such an embarrassment. It was such an embarrassment, this game.
And to your point about not having Jakob, Keita isn't 7 feet. I hope people know. And I don't think anyone that played in this game for the Celtics, he's like 6'9".
Is he?
Yeah, he's not big at all. And well, he's big. He's not a true center.
Yeah.
He's definitely stocky. But I don't think the Celtics even had a true 7-footer play this game. So
is Garza not?
Garza, I think, is 6'10". I don't think he's 7. Check.
Okay, so Keita is 7 feet. He's 7 feet
is?
Exactly. Yeah.
Really? Okay, my mistake.
But he's not. He's not 7'2" or anything. Garza, it says 6'8".
Yeah.
Online.
But he's stocky. He's got a lot of meat on him.
No, sorry. So. Sorry, that was Doncic. Why am I Googling Luka Garza and it comes up as
no one knows Luka Garza.
Doncic, I guess. In feet.
6'8".
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too. I don't know why Google's giving me a hard time, but
or I'm seeing 6'10" now.
it doesn't really matter.
Whatever. It doesn't make a big difference.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. 6'10" again, so that's yeah.
Point being, like, we should still get rebounds because we do have taller. Like, athletic, taller guys.
Hugh Gonzalez isn't
Yeah,
a
he's
center
not that.
height, so
No.
it's a lot of that's effort, bro. It's inexcusable, that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and bad Scotty game. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure you already mentioned that, but
I'll go through some notes I had. So the start of the game was actually pretty good. It was back and forth. We were making shots. We had a good start. And then, Boston just casually closes on a 16-0 run to end the quarter. So that sucked. We just talked about Garza. This is an interesting stat and definitely something I want to monitor going forward. Armstrong mentioned it on the on the broadcast. So after this loss, we're 0-7 against top 10 offenses. So definitely I want to start looking at that. It's felt like that. Like every time we've run up against a team with a couple like superstar guys, it's not gone well for us. So when we preview stuff, if I forget to say it, like jump in if there's a top 10 offense, because I want to see if we can, how that trends going forward. I do want to highlight Mamu here. I know I already said he was awesome. What a signing, and just like everything and more we could have asked for from him this year. I was going to ask you this. Mamu has been a top what Raptor this year for you?
of like exceeding expectations, or just
No,
like
well,
contribution.
Overall contribution.
See, like someone like
role
RJ
on the team, like value to the
okay.
team, whatever.
Yeah, like if RJ was fully healthy, I think he's still.
Yeah, but he's missed time, right? Mamu's missed,
course,
I think, like one game. So
yeah, and that was my point. Like, so Mamu's obviously ahead of RJ. I think he's ahead of Quickly.
like, is he number 3? I think he might be.
He very
dude.
well could be. He very well could be.
And we signed him for what, like $2 million? Like,
and
in
Shed's
the summer?
also probably top 5 too. Dude, for me,
Yeah.
Shed might be ahead of Quickly, and I don't think that's that crazy to say. Quickly's
Again,
also scoring games, there's no doubt, but Shed, in terms of just like reliability for what he's going to provide, he's always there on on the defensive end.
Mhm.
He's always there. He never really has lapses. So it's hard to measure because every guy has different strengths, every guy has different weaknesses, but just if you're looking at it from a general consensus, it's hard to deny that Mamu has been a main contributor for us.
Oh, yeah.
Both off the bench and starting.
And it's so stark when he starts, dude, because Jakob is just such a zero offensively.
Mm-hmm.
So having, and albeit undersized, and that's the give and take when you start him, but when he is just launching from 3 and like, dude, he put up 24 points on 69% shooting this game. Like,
It's incredible.
like Jakob had that little 3-game stretch a couple years ago when he put up like 35 like a game or something. I don't know how that even happened, because now it's just like if his little stupid hook shot isn't falling, he just is doing nothing. And then you have Mamu coming out taking 9 threes and hitting 6 of them. Like, it's such a crazy contrast in the style of play we can do. So yeah, I will say, yeah, go on.
Oh, just while we're on the Mamu note, and I'm curious to get your opinion on this because I don't think we've ever spoken about this, but do you think because Darko, obviously coming from a European background, Mamu being a European player, coming into the league, knowing his skill set, knowing what his strengths are going to be, do you think he just flourishes better with like having a European, like not that we're running a European system, but there's definitely hints of that for what we do.
What a
Do you
ball
think that-
movement, yeah.
Yeah, ball movement, open shots, like more team basketball. Of course, we have those 5 minutes in every fourth quarter with BI, just ISO in for whatever reason. But for the most of the game, it is more team oriented. Like it is interesting that he's had success. Like he wouldn't be in the league if he didn't. But this is clearly far by his best stretch of his career.
I
So
also
it's
think
just
he's been
interesting.
giving the most leeway here than anywhere else.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. He's been
Because he's definitely filled the need. Like, dude, like without his scoring off the bench, how rough of a wash would that be?
Oh,
Grady is the opposite of consistent. CMB really has no offensive game right now. Walter can hit an open 3, but he can't create anything. Battle, again, he can jump in for 5 minutes and try and hit 2 threes, and then Shed's not great offensively either. Without Mamu off the bench, man, I don't want to know where we'd be at all.
kind of makes you think, do we just end up signing like borderline washed European players and maybe it works out?
Well, they literally became a conversation this week of like, what is Mabu's next contract going to be? And we better enjoy him now because we're not affording that next time, dude.
Is he
he's
in a
been
contract
awesome.
for next year?
No, 1 year, $2 million, dude.
Yeah, that's oh my god, what a steal.
What a sign! Honestly, a top
of
what
value for money?
signing. But no, but in our history, history, dude, there's been we don't do well in free agency. Like this one is like in my head. Obviously, recency bias. I'd actually have to go through it, but
in terms of like outright signing that it got for a guy that we didn't have earlier, where it's not a re-signing,
exactly,
probably top 3, dude.
Exactly, dude.
And it might be even number 1. I can't think of anyone like it's
great, Damari Carroll. He can't do anything. Great.
That's the first guy that comes to mind. I can't really think of like another guy. I guess Davion we traded for, right? And he's nowhere near what Mamu did. Yeah. So
Schroeder, I think, is the only one who's put up. I saw Lewinberg tweet something like this, like more win probability added or something, or win shares or whatever the stat is. But he also has done it in like double the Mamu games, and Mamu's like just under him right now.
Yeah.
So
and that's hard to measure because it was such a wash when we had him, like our team. So it's like he's gonna put up more empty stats.
Schroeder was okay for us. I don't have anything bad to say about
of
Schroeder.
course. I like Schroeder. Yeah. But
yeah. And he got a bag from those kids. Oh my god. I doubt you heard this on the broadcast. I was going to literally make a note on it, and I was like, I'll just say it if I remember. So Keita is from the Kings, which I didn't even really remember. Did you remember that?
No.
So definitely like... So yeah, Keita, drafted by the Kings, comes over to Boston like last year, and Jack Armstrong goes, yep, another great personnel decision by Sack.
Oh my god!
Because he's been really good for them, man. Like he's been the best big both games we've played them. So
yeah, but then again, Sam, it's like, is he even going to develop to the player that he is now in Sacramento? Probably not. They just don't develop players. They just get guys and then like they stay the same or they go down.
Yeah, but Keegan Murray stayed the same and went down, but he still got like 160 or whatever he got from them.
That's because they need to pay someone. Might as well be.
Well, they paid someone. Dennis got 45.
And Sabone got a nice contract too.
DeMar, come on down. We'll give you 96.
But as soon as that contract expires, go find another team. Although they did squeak out a really good one yesterday against the Rockets.
I saw that. NBA shit, and then because we're about to go on to our last game. Do you have any? I got a couple more things.
Go for it.
I want to say vehemently, fuck off with quickly misses Pirtle, like the screen assist and like the pick and roll game.
Is that
we're paying you?
Is that a thing?
It's not a strong one, but they mention it sort of casually on the broadcast, and then they say we're not making excuses. Okay, good, because this guy's making 32.5. I don't really I get it. Jakob sets great screens. Most of these 1 for 12 looks were wide fucking open. So shut the fuck up with Jakob wasn't there so quick. He's not going to be like good. I'm like, okay,
when has it ever been like, no, the Quick and Pirtle connection? Like that's what gets us through the game.
I remember in the summer there were like things like, Quick and Jakob developed a lot of good chemistry, and I believe that. I'm not saying I don't believe that. I'm saying fuck off with. That's why he can't play well if Pirtle isn't there. Yeah. So I want to say, get that out of here. That's fucking nonsense. Want to highlight Pritchard in the third had 19 points, just absolutely destroyed us, man. This is now becoming a trend with these smaller guards like Brunson. We've had no answer for both games. Pritchard didn't go off the first game because they had Browns, and that's another thing, Dan, we didn't even talk about. They didn't even have fucking Jaylen Brown this game.
I was gonna say that, yeah.
We didn't even mention that, and we still lose by 16.
Ass, bro.
D. White wasn't great either. 5 of 20, Derek White.
Yeah.
So when you have those things going for you, and you still put up an egg for the second time on the home floor against a rival, man, like we've sort of talked about this. I don't hate the Knicks because, like in baseball, I hate the Yankees, I hate the Red Sox. But hockey and basketball, I hate the Boston teams. I don't have hate for the Rangers, and I don't have hate for the Knicks. I hate the Boston teams. I wish they'd take a bit more pride in that, being from like the Toronto team, because, man, Jesus, like 0-2, and it just embarrassing shit when the effort is what it was.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you there as well, though. Like I hate all Boston teams from top to bottom, especially the Patriots, but I hate all Boston teams.
Yeah.
But same goes. I hate the Yankees. Everyone hates the Yankees. It's just a thing in baseball. Everyone hates the Yankees. But yeah, with as far as the Knicks, I don't love the Rangers, but a little more passable. But like the Knicks, because one, they've been tormented. They've been a tormented franchise for so long. Like when was the last win? 1970 with Willis.
73, because that's yeah.
So like they've been, and the league's just better when they're good. Because there's such a historical franchise.
I was about to say that. But I kind of agree. Like, seeing the Garden go crazy in the playoffs is fun. It's fun.
It is, yeah. It livens everyone, because it's just the place, like it's, and they, it's hard to explain, but if you're a basketball fan, I'm sure you can attest.
And also, Dan, we haven't had, like, a playoff series against them. We have versus Milwaukee. We have versus Boston. We have versus Philly. So, that's also, I think... if we get that series and Brunson's flopping everywhere, I saw today he was on a pod. He's like, "No, I'm not a foul baiter. I just play within the rules." Like, okay, buddy, yeah, you're not gonna say it, but like we all know, so whatever.
Every team's got one of those guys. I mean,
we don't
really.
We don't
because Bi actually is a real like fucking scorer.
Ethical hoops.
Like he doesn't.
Dude.
Yeah.
Ethical hoops. Yeah.
But
and again, it's within. I wish the refs called it differently, but until they do, he's just going to keep falling and jerking his head like every drive, so it is what it is. But
there was that change last year where and you kind of saw it post All-Star break, like we're not going to start giving you those calls, like the horrendous calls, and then Shea got less
seems like it's come back a bit. It's very inconsistent.
Oh, it definitely
I feel
has.
Like, but
it's the same. It's the same as it was at the beginning of last year. So
last couple things I really just feel like with Boston, in closing time, they just have the championship DNA, and we are so far from that, man. We've talked about ad nauseum with like just Ingram ISOs and how hard we have to work down the stretch to get anything easy. And they just, at that time, even without Brown, like they still had White, they still had Pritchard. I think like Hauser wasn't a big part of their chip team, but he hit a couple threes this game that like were in big spots. They just know how to close games, dude, and we do not.
No, exactly.
So, yeah,
exactly.
that
and he.
Yeah.
I think like you said today, like they got big production from Garza. Obviously, he wasn't drafted by the Celtics. Still young enough. Like Hugo Gonzalez had a big game. Like I just think that when you get adopted by a team that has this mentality, like you said, that championship DNA, you don't have to. It doesn't take very long for you to start kind of like to get impact from guys like that who weren't drafted by this team or who haven't been exposed to this. Like Hugo was plus 37, Sam. That is just outrageous. That is outrageous.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
And that leads to my last point. He had a dunk near the end of the game when it was just the widest of lanes ever. He just ran like pretty much from his basket just right to the hoop, dunked it. And the whole bench is, yeah, boy. Like they're all on they're all on our court like going crazy and just seeing him walk to the rim. And I just wrote, fucking embarrassing letting Boston go crazy on our home floor, because it really was to me, dude. And you just see Darko standing there looking cross, and it's like, I get it, Dan, we're still 17-13. It's not like doomsday or anything.
Not for long. Considering how tight the East is.
But, I haven't loved the Darko experience this year. It's been okay. It could be a lot worse. But yeah, man, like this was just a really, really disappointing game, because I said last pod, I know, like, and then you get the no Jaylen Brown, Dan, and you still fucking lose. Like, it's pretty.
I'm not pinning this loss on Darko, to be honest, Sam. Like,
I'm not pinning it on Darko too. I'm not. There's a lot bigger things from this game than him. I'm just saying, like, seeing him just look cross and then not really any adjustments being made, and I don't know, man.
Well, it's hard to adjust when your point guard's giving you 1 for 12. Like, there's only so much you can do when a guy's just not hitting shots.
I gotcha.
So, I actually I'm a fan of Darko. I thought he's done a good job so far. We're going to lose games. We're going to lose heartbreakers. That's just how basketball is. I honestly think if we had a different coach with this team, it can go a completely different way, and we're maybe like 10th in the East. I don't know.
I will say, though, Dan, and this was a good point I saw today, Darko was supposed to be this like developmental coach, and every pick we've had under him who's developed. Grady hasn't.
Well, Grady wasn't technically under his.
Yeah, he was. Grady has only played for Darko.
Was the coach?
Yeah. I think they came the same year. Grady's year 3, Darko's year 3.
Okay, interesting.
Jacoby, like, he can hit an open shot now. Still with the ball in his hands, it's a rough experience. Jesus Christ, him and Grady on a fast break is just like the clowny block on Jacoby yesterday. Like, what are we doing? So yeah, and then like our best bench guy's Mamu, who we signed. Like, he's not from us at all. So it is.
But it is tough. It is tough though. I totally get what you're saying, and we definitely could see a lot more development from our rookies like since Darko era. But it's hard to develop players when we already have a pretty cemented starting five, and those guys are what they are.
Yeah,
like,
but it wasn't. But the last 2 years, you had free reign to do whatever, and there's really been no improvement. But
of course, like when you bring in RJ, you bring in IQ. Now Grady, Jacoby are off to the bench. That's expected. So it's just, yeah. I'm not saying they definitely could have developed much better. They could have done a better. Like Darko could have done a better job. But it's not like they're just like thrown. Like when those Pistons were bad, Asur got a lot more minutes. Like obviously Cade took a major leap, although he was good coming into the league. I guess what I'm saying is like when you're bad for so long and you have like actual talent on your team, those guys are gonna learn how to become the best players in the team, or at least like learn how to really come to fruition because all they have is themselves. But now when you just like, you like import Ingram, you import quickly and RJ, you're gonna immediately lose minutes when those guys are actually playing if you're a younger player.
Yeah,
so it's just I agree. He needs to do a better job with the younger guys, or else we'll need to trade them if we want to stay competitive.
Also, Dan, Boston was on a back-to-back this game. They're 5-1 in those games.
Nice.
Look at their effort this game compared to the effort we're about to talk about, which was us yesterday in Brooklyn. Wow. I mean, that's just, see, to me, that's culture, and that's like, they have guys who know how to get shit done, man, and then we see it back-to-back, and it's just, we basically probably think of it like a scheduled loss, which is just embarrassing.
And I was really quick. Is Mazzulla a top 5 coach in the league? I hate Mazzulla. I hate
Mazzulla, but it's hard to argue.
He probably is.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that, dude.
Yeah.
You see what he said this week, that he wants to get his wife a wolf for an extra layer of security.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know. I just think he's such a fake.
Such
person.
a cornball. Yeah, he's such a cornball, man.
Like, whatever.
Jaylen Brown saying, yeah, we hunt like orcas. Joe taught us how to hunt like orca. Okay, all right. Whatever.
It's just so like, whatever.
Yeah.
I hate. Oh, what a god.
You have anything else
from? That'd be the most hated team.
Yeah. You have anything else on Celtics game or no?
No, I'm ready.
Shall we? Okay. Continuing with just bullshit efforts. Yesterday we were in Brooklyn. Raps lose 96-81. Just more of the same, honestly, from how we ended the Boston game, and it carried right into this one. IQ at 17 and 10. He still shot 5 of 16 from the field. BI 19, 7 of 18. Not his best game, but he was definitely not one of the problems. Number 4, Scotty Barnes. 6 points on 3 of 10. Thought he settled so fucking much this game. Leo Routens was saying that too. Twitter saying it's just fucking like unacceptable, but that we're getting year 5 like bad bad body language from Scotty and bad like effort and type of shit with this. Where do you want to start here, man? We should note Jakob came back and then had to leave again after 6 minutes. I don't know why the fuck they keep saying he's like day to day. Just shut him down. Like, if he had to miss the Bucks game after like the 9 days of rest, like I don't know why we're still doing. Oh no, like he might be able to play, he might not. So, but where do you want to start here?
Honestly, you start because I don't even.
All right. Yeah, 39 points at the fucking half, dude. It's just like, what against a Brooklyn Nets defense. When we previewed it, they were 25th in D, and we had 39 points at half. Dude, and this is sort of a thing that I was going to mention in the Boston game too. I think teams are realizing zone defense has become very successful against us, dude. They're just baiting our shitty shooters to take the open threes.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see it a lot more. Brooklyn was doing it. Boston was doing it. Jack is like, you don't have to take a three every time. Like, get to the middle and make a play. Dude, Scotty, this was, to me, our worries in the preseason that he quickly eliminated early on. But this was what we were talking about, was just not trying to get to the rim, just seeing a little bit of space. And I get his mid-range shooting's been good this year, but when you do it every time and they aren't falling, dude, fucking switch it up, man. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. You have trust in your shot. I'm not saying stop shooting them forever, but, like, change it. I don't think he went hard to the rim once this game. Like, not once. And so that was really disappointing.
Super passive. Which is funny because you only had 1 assist, too.
Yeah, no, it was just... It's... Obviously, the stat line was trash, but it was, to me, the bigger red flag was just his style of play and his effort here. Really, really disappointing and embarrassing. So, yeah, I don't know if you want to jump in with anything. I got more... I can read the stats, too, if you still need a bit more...
No, I'm good. Like, I just think everyone played bad. Like, literally everyone played bad. Jacoby was probably...
And the game was still right there. We had the lead in the start of the fourth.
Yeah,
so,
which says a lot about the Nets, man. But, like, another thing, every single Nets starter was above plus 20, except for Nicky Clax, who was plus 17. That is so gross.
I didn't know that.
Their way with, that is so gross. But I just, like... You
Terrence Mann, plus 28, baby. That's what you love to see.
This was such a, like, this is the loss that just makes you contemplate even continuing with this team. Like, it's even worth getting AD. Is it even worth taking a swing at a bigger player? Because are we even going to be competitive?
Yeah.
We need RJ to come back. I'm not saying if we won this one with RJ, but like,
I'm so sick of that, dude. It's just like every team has injuries. Like if you can't withstand, I get it. RJ's good, but fuck, man. The Celtics kicked our ass without Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. What do we want, right? Like, it's not acceptable.
I don't know what to say on this one.
Yeah, I'll read the stats from the game. Brooklyn shot 47%. We shot 37%. That's obviously a huge difference. Brooklyn was 40% from 3. We were 28% from 3. They had 16 free throws to our 8, Dan. 8 free throws in a game. What does that say to you? We're not fucking driving with any intent.
Mm-hmm.
Just terrible. Out-rebounded, 56 to 45. It's just, and I tweeted this out like the first quarter was 24-18 Brooklyn. I was like, just such a disastrous quarter, and if it was against a real team, this game would already be over. But since it's Brooklyn, they let us hang around for like until the 10-9 minute mark in the fourth.
Yeah.
Quick did hit. The only good stretch of the game was late in the third. Quick hit a couple back-to-back threes and like had a nice assist to get us within 2, and then we went ahead at the start of the fourth, and you're like, we played like absolute shit, but maybe we can steal this. And then as soon as Brooklyn started making a little bit of a run in the fourth, we just folded. Like we were like, okay, like we're not going to try and fight back. Yeah, dude, just very, very pathetic. And like I said before the season, I was like, you have to get 3 out of the 4 Nets games. We're still on pace. But I also was saying, don't be afraid to go get all 4, because this team is just not good at all. But looks like the best we'll be able to do this year is 3 of the 4 games.
Yeah, man. And I know the Nets have actually been kind of winning recently too, so
they've been better. Like Porter, I think Porter might get traded because I think they could get real value for him.
Maybe.
Dude, like if they get 2 firsts from MPJ, that means they turn Cam Johnson into 3 firsts, which is like great asset, man. Like that's awesome.
No, it's a job well done. I don't know if they'll get 2 firsts. I think.
Really?
I'd like to hope. Well, I'd like to.
I think they could. He's been really good. He was really good this game.
Well, there's multiple things like $40 million to give up unless you have like 2 dog contracts that you can somehow ship off.
Like if you're Detroit, You're gonna have to give 4 for Laurie, but could you give 2 for MPJ?
I'd rather give more Laurie 4 first for Laurie. Is that the
Yeah.
asking price? That's crazy.
That's been the rumored stuff. Yeah.
But I wouldn't tie myself to MPJ. It's also saying like I think GMs can decipher like, hey, he's talented, he could shoot, but he's on a fucking awful team. So
yeah, but the efficiencies have been good too. I think
efficiency's been great. Yeah, which is like he's always been a good scorer. Even in Denver, his efficiency was pretty good. I just think that like you know what he is, especially with all the shit in like off the court.
Well, that's its own thing. Obviously, that's its own thing.
Like that, like Detroit.
I got it, but right he's won a ring. Like he's been a championship player. I disagree with you that he's shown this in Denver. I mean, Denver, he was just nailing. Yeah, but this is ball in his hand, like creating his own shot stuff. Like I think he's been really strong in Brooklyn.
I mean, yeah,
and like showed another level to his game.
I don't think there's that much difference from this year with him and then Cam Tom of like the past 2-3 years. Like,
I completely disagree.
You're a main scorer on a bad team. That's aren't winning games, Sam. It's not like he's like taking them to the promised land.
Like, I'm not saying that, dude, but I think that's actually a terrible comparison to Cam Tom.
Obviously, my MPJ can do more, but it's just
he doubled in this game. Cam Tom would have gotten no other stat. Good except for 21 points.
Yeah, but good stats on a bad team is my end point. Like it's easy to.
And I'd agree with you if this was Devin Booker year 3 in Phoenix putting up 70 a game but losing. But we've seen Porter be a big part in a championship team.
Like I said though, to give up $40 million and then he's under contract for another 2 years.
Yeah, but for Detroit, that's like Harris and like Ivy. Like that's not a huge.
I don't even know if I would give that up for MPJ. I think you can do better.
I think that'd be significant.
I'd give one more first for Laurie than I would for MPJ, and then if a push came to shove, I'd really have like a 5-hour conversation about it with the front office.
Who would you rather? After this, I think I know who you'll say, but would you rather MPJ or Trey Murphy?
Same asking price. Like, am I giving up the same?
I think so. I think it'd be very similar.
Yeah, definitely Trey.
I think it's a lot close. Before the season, I would have said definitely. I think it's a lot closer now. I just think MPJ's been awesome for Brooklyn. Like I don't hold it against him. They have been good. Like he's shown more. He's always sort of talked about how, and like the highlights and footage back it up, that like coming into I think college, right? He was like the number 1 ranked guy. He had his back issues. But no, this is the guy that was like such a high recruit before he got to the NBA. And seeing him do, because we saw the Denver teams, right? He's just launching from deep. You didn't see much of like pull-up jumpers and dribbling and stuff. Like you didn't see as much of that. And seeing that from him this game was pretty impressive for me.
Well, we knew he was going to put up 25, whatever he's putting up a game.
Like, I don't really mean his stats, dude. I just mean like how I'm watching it, like how he's playing now. Is just like obviously way more ball in his hand. Because he's without Joker, he's without Jamal, right? Like that, He's the guy here, and I think he's done admirably. I think he's been good. I think he's been really good for them.
Yeah, no. If you're talking about net negative, net positive, I think he's been 100% a net positive for the Nets, and he's not an asshole. Like he's not like a dick.
Well, he's a dumbass, but
he's just stupid.
Yeah.
And, so like,
I would disagree that he's not an asshole. I think he's a fucking asshole too, but. If you're openly talking about how you're putting on Andrew Tate when you bring girls home just to see how they'll react, I think I can make I can distinguish what type of person you are.
Yeah, but there's a certain threshold where you can't be considered an asshole if you're that stupid, and I think he's that stupid. So, like,
I don't think his stupidity excuses him from being an asshole, but it's so fun. Like that when
he's worth thinking about as an asshole because he's just so. Like
maybe I'm still jaded from Jonte and I'm just like fuck all the Porters, but whenever like before the season started and you hear reports that like Brooklyn has like told him certain topics he can't talk about on his pod, I think I'm good with like what type of person he is, but
that's fair.
I don't know, dude. This was just so pathetic. I know you were like when the Nets went on the run and the game was over, you're like fuck this, I'm just putting on the football game. I literally was like, why did I just watch this game? Like, I just devoted 2 hours of my life to this bullshit. It's, do you have any other, like, just a really disappointing Scotty thing. Leo Routens was saying, like, face of the franchise stuff and how this is, like, pretty unacceptable. I agree, man. Like we've given Scotty his flowers all year, Dan. For the most part, he's been awesome. A game like this is what separates him still from like being a guy in this league,
Yeah.
because these games don't happen to like the cream of the crop players.
Well,
This is pretty embarrassing for
and
him.
which is I was gonna ask you, like, out of maybe not his draft, because I think Cade's the only clear cut guy that's like definitely at least a tier ahead of Scotty. But like we've seen Mobley have games like this year. Like
100%.
he hasn't. So and defensive player of the year last year.
But I'd argue the same thing for Mobley though. I'd say that's pretty
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they have more talent than we do, so like that's another thing. But
yeah, I mean they're scuffling too, my guy. Those
Yeah,
Cavs are, I don't know what's going on with them,
well,
but
Garland trade's probably looming right now.
Mm.
But I wonder, because Scotty is the face of our team and like he is our best player, so where does he rank on team's best players? Like I just don't think
Pretty low.
You think so? On the latter
Yeah.
half of the league?
yeah. But, well, dude, that's basically saying, do you think Scotty's a top 15 player? I don't.
Well, no, you can have multiple.
I get that, but it's basically saying that though. Most teams have like a really, really great player.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's still a small sample size. We're only a little over quarter through the year, so like I'd like to reassess that, or we're a third through the year, but I'd like to reassess this, at the end of the season.
No, and dude, he's been awesome this season. I'm just saying, specific games like this for me, like, who's a good comparison to Scotty? I know
what
Evan
I'm
was a
trying
good one. Evan was like good for like he still has the shit games.
Yeah,
But like if we're just talking about good wings in the league, like Jaylen Brown's not having this game. He's not.
no,
Um,
no, he's not.
I'm trying to think of like other young wings that are like that he might be in there the same.
It's just hard
Jalen
to-
Johnson. Jalen Johnson's not having
Yeah.
this game anymore.
No, he's not. It's so interesting to see. That's what I mean though, because we're actually still ahead of the Hawks, I think, in the standings. They've lost
Yeah,
a couple,
but it's all
heartbreakers,
jumbled
Jalen
up,
Johnson
dude.
has. It's very jumbled up,
Yeah.
but Jalen Johnson has balled out, especially this past couple weeks. That's a great comparison, and like you can argue they have more talent than us, although Trey's kind
It's
of.
also
back,
like
not
Jalen
really.
Johnson's coming to destroy the rim. Scotty's coming to like just shoot over a guy. Like, man, it drives me crazy because he's so strong. His wingspan's crazy, and it's the settling stuff, dude, that drives me insane with him. But
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
mentality. I don't think that's why
It is,
But that's
100%.
also why Scotty's not our primary scorer when Jalen probably
Mhm.
could be their primary scorer. And
But the
Jalen's
thing
more
is,
coordinated.
Scotty, I don't have his averages. It's probably a high teen. It could easily be a mid to low 20 if he like wanted it to,
For points
and that
per
would
game.
still be really helpful for our team, while still having Bi being the go-to option. Scotty
Yeah.
still has a lot more, I think, offensively than what he shows sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, to date, I'll read his stats. So 19 points,
yeah.
1.7 blocks, 1.4
And has that
steals.
changed, Dan, in 3 years? I feel like he's been around 19 for.
efficiency-wise.
Yeah,
he's been doing
yeah,
much
for
better this
sure.
year on
For
all
sure.
fronts. But
You know
yeah,
what that
you're
should
right.
mean,
It
though?
hasn't-
That should mean your average is going up, but it's not. If you're shooting it better, you should have
it's up
more
a little
points.
bit. It's up a wee bit. I mean, not every day you added Brandon Ingram and a couple other scores. To your
I get
roster,
it,
so that's gonna
dude, but,
impact it as
like,
well.
I don't know. I think in his sleep, he could average mid to low 20s and still be a pass first guy, but he is just so focused and on. I don't know, dude. Some games he just does not look to attack the rim, and I don't know why.
I think in also with our team right now, he's gonna be like, there won't be a world, I don't think, where we bring in, like, okay, can Scotty be a third option on a championship team?
100%.
But I don't.
100%.
Can we make that happen?
I think he
right
could be
now?
a second.
So that's what I was gonna say. Like, what would we need to do in order for him to, like, is it because you don't think the fit with Ingram is like there's a better?
I've actually been
number
fine
one
with
we can
that.
have?
I've been fine
Yeah.
with that. Oh yeah.
I don't, because I'm thinking, and I'm just spitballing. Like, let's say the AD trade is on the table. The Mavs have been winning games recently. I think they're only a game out of like a play-in. But let's just say it's on the table. AD is definitely going to be our second option at minimum. Like, does those three together of the core, is that
Fully healthy and like
yeah? fully
AD
healthy?
keeps his like relative production and
Yeah.
staves off like the age stuff.
Yeah.
I 100% think yeah.
Because if that's the case, I don't know when another time would be when we can land a guy just with our contact situation.
I mean, you're all about the fits our timeline better. He does not fit our timeline well.
No,
maybe.
he doesn't. He doesn't. But I'm also just thinking, forward thinking here. Like, when is another guy like that going to be available where we have a chance like this to do something?
Like, dude, imagine we had an actually good defensive center, like a top 7 defensive center, and you have Scotty on the ball, and then that guy behind him. Like, dude, Scotty has to do everything on the defensive end these days. Everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, dude, Shed's a pest, but, the good offensive players just shoot over him. It just is what it is. He's too little sometimes. He's still right in their face, but as soon as they jump up, it's there. And
you just want him on the other guy's guard. You want him on the other... You can't guard it, too.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, if you look at Jamal Shed as, our second best defensive player this year, dude, what is that really saying? I don't know. It's just, yeah.
No, that's fair. No, that's a good point. I honestly don't, if he's, 2 inches taller, he can maybe guard it, too.
Yeah.
And you feel a lot better about it, but
it just sucks. The height is just is what it is.
And that's why
I will say, though, this was my last note I haven't brought up, but Shed's so awesome at drawing offensive fouls on illegal screens, dude.
Yeah,
as soon as he feels that hip, he'll go to the ground, and 9 times out of 10, it's going the other way.
I'm telling you, Sam, it's because he actually has a rapport with the refs. They like him. I think that helps.
I like him too, man. I have nothing bad to say about Shed. Do you have anything else from this shit show, or are you good to preview?
Yeah, I'm good to preview.
All right. So Raph's currently 17-13. So like we said, it's dark times, but it's not the Clippers. It's not the Kings. Things could be worse. But we have dropped down in all of our categories. We are now 19th in offense, 9th in defense, for 15th in net. So we are legitimately a solid middle of the pack team. This week we have the Heat tomorrow back in Miami. We just played them there. Heat are 15-14. RJ's still out, even though he's returned to practice, so that's good. We desperately need him back. There's no way I can see Yak playing, so I'm guessing he'll be out this entire week as well. Harrow still looks to be out, and Jovic is out from the last game we played when I think it was CMB went up and challenged him and he landed on his arm or something. I think it was CMB, but he's still out from that. Miami's 15th in offense, 7th in defense, 10th in net, so it's going to be another scrappy-ass stone throw game. So we'll see if we can go 2-0 in their court. We just saw. I don't really know if you want to touch on matchups. We kind of just saw it.
I think.
Do you have anything Miami specifically you want to chat about,
this is a big one because they're behind us in the standings still, and if they catch us, then we're falling out of a top 6, and it's an uphill battle from the way up. So this is going to be a trick.
Also saying it is tough to beat a team twice on their home floor in a row in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
I know we've done it to the Hawks. The Celtics just did it to us. It's obviously fucking possible. But looking at our performance lately, it's hard to be optimistic about doing that.
Yeah. And if Jakob's out, I think he played the first one against Miami. If he's...
Did he? I don't know if he did.
Can double check.
If he did play, he wasn't noticeable.
Is he ever this season?
Yeah, honestly, dude.
But yeah, Bam, that's going to be a big matchup for Scotty. So
yeah. Okay. Next game, then we have Christmas, and honestly, the NBA is in a pretty interesting spot here because all the NFL Christmas games look like shit now. Mm-hmm. So if the NBA has some Christmas Day moments, that'd be pretty good for them. All the games look really good. Everyone's joking about 5 p.m. is when I'm gonna take my nap, which is the Mavs and Warriors. I think that still is star power. That if that's the worst game, that's not terrible. Spurs Thunder again, that'll be awesome.
That's gonna be great.
Lakers Rockets will be fun. Wolves Denver's always good, and then in New York to start the day at noon against the Cavs. It'll be a fun day. And then we're back on Boxing Day in my new home, DC. Koulibaly, Bagley, Sart, and Whitmore are questionable. The Wiz are 27th in offense, 30th in defense, 30th in net. If we lose that game, Dan, let's just call it a wrap.
Maybe we gotta find new hobby.
Oh yeah. Again, we've played them, and a lot of their guys are questionable. I don't I don't even feel the need to match up just because like they're 5-22. Yeah, get it done in DC. Get it fucking done. And lastly, and I'm hoping if Steph plays, I'm hoping we will go to this game. Sunday, December 28th versus Golden State, who are 14-15. Horford is out for them. I found this really interesting. Guess what Golden State's offensive rating is this year, like out of the 30 teams.
Like Jimmy's been playing well. Like I'm gonna say it's like, I don't know, 12.
21st in offense.
Wow.
I was really surprised at that.
Yeah, that's.
And on the flip side, third in defense. So like
that doesn't even make any sense. But
the Draymond, he's still holding the whole core together for 12th in net, man. Curry's missed a little bit of time, and yeah. I think Jimmy's actually played a decent amount. The Kuminga thing has, completely as botched. People thought, completely gone insane, and he'll be gone in a couple of months. It's crazy because the first couple of weeks it was like, oh no, Kuminga's like he's doing the little stuff in the Kerr offense, like he's trying more, and then it was like, nope, he's back to Steve Kerr hates him and he'll be gone very soon. So I just can't wait till the Kings or the Bulls trade for him, and they're like, we can unlock Jonathan. Kuminga and Giddey, that's a solid 10 seed.
Chicago, put your belts on.
Why settle for one Patrick Williams when you can have two?
And it only costed us Kobe, who's like our only other good player besides Josh.
Oh man. That's good, dude. So yeah, I'm really, if Steph gets through Christmas healthy, I'll hopefully we will be going, which would be awesome because Steph is nearing the end of his career, but he's still elite as fuck, and it would be really cool to see him in person before he retires. So,
and I want to
anything. Yeah. You have anything else on the matchups, or are you good to just predict and then get out of here?
Yeah, let's get into the predictions.
All right, I'm gonna go lose Miami, win DC, lose Golden State, 1-2.
Okay.
I just have dude. After that Brooklyn game, I'm gonna need a couple games of great play to get me positive again because it was just bad.
I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna say we lose Miami just because I don't think we're prepared for that still. Washington's a good turnaround game, and then we pick up momentum and actually beat Golden State.
Beat Golden State.
Even with
Golden
Steph,
State's had their issues too, man.
They're under 500 right now.
Yeah. So they're definitely gettable. That should be a fun game it's an afternoon game that hopefully Curry's playing, and yeah, that should be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything else, or should we get out of here?
Good to wrap it up.
All right, guys. Happy holidays. Me and Dan obviously won't be back before Christmas, so Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope everyone has a good holiday season. Check in on your family, check in on your friends if you haven't already. It's a great time of year. Yeah, it's just great to connect with, family members you haven't seen in a while, and see friends that you might not have seen in, like, I know for me, I haven't seen some of the guys we saw on Friday for a long time, so it was great to see everyone there. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good holiday season, and we will be back after the Golden State game at some point. So nothing else, up to take it off, Dan.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you after Christmas. Over and out.
Over and out.